I'm Katie Tavini. I'm a mastering engineer from Manchester, but currently based in Liverpool, and we are in my studio. Some of the artists I've worked with include Kate Nash, Bloc, Arlo, Shora, Nadine Shah, and lots of really cool artists who I really love working with. I really liked that art of mastering, and so I kind of tried to teach myself how to master by just doing lots and lots of critical listening and listening to songs that have been mastered by other people and trying to work out what they'd done but also why. And I really liked that process of making tiny little changes but that can really enhance the emotion of a song. First thing I do when I get a record from someone is just listen to it from start to finish and try and ask myself, like, what are they trying to convey? Like, what's the point that they're trying to get across? Like, what are they feeling? What do they want the listener to feel? Sometimes I'll be able to have a listen and just jump right in and know what needs to happen, and then other times I'll kind of play around with a few different sort of directions and see how they make me feel. Some projects just come together instantly and that's cool, but it's also really nice kind of going on a bit of an explorative journey, whether that's just before I send the first draft masters over or whether it's kind of bouncing them back and forth with the producer and seeing what they think of the kind of, like, you know, the feelings that are brought up in something. I first heard VMC speakers at a trade show actually in 2011. It was the 226s that I listened to. I mean, I heard the smaller versions and the bigger versions, but I really like the 226s. I love the sound on them and the detail, but then upgrading was also a bit of a no-brainer because, you know, I heard these speakers about 2 years ago when they first came out and loved them. I monitor quite quietly, and so having the sort of extra size in the speaker, I think really gives me a bit more clarity in kind of like the low mids. And I find the stereo image just absolutely crazy on these. It's so detailed. I can really hear what's there in the sound. When I had these speakers on demo, I listened to a song which I've listened to for years and years, and there's like bleepy bloopy bits happening within the stereo field, and obviously I knew that they were panned, I knew that they were kind of wide and alternating and stuff, but I didn't know that they were moving a tiny amount within that sort of width. And I've listened to this particular song on headphones, many pairs of studio speakers, hi-fi speakers, everything, and I could not hear that kind of tiny movement. And so when I put it on in here and heard that, I was kind of blown away by like that attention to detail that I was able to pick up. Just blew my mind. These aren't just a studio monitor, they're also really nice to just listen to music on. And I think when people have come and listened to them in here, they've also had a really nice experience just listening on. I do just think they sound really good as a speaker. You know, sometimes when I'm referencing tracks, I don't always want, like, I do like a boring or a more boring sounding speaker, but I still want to enjoy my work, and so having the balance of like them being a little bit more fun but also having that clarity, the detail, the stereo image is just a really nice kind of best of both worlds.